Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. I don't think I have to bring these too much closer. There we go. These are Maryland Thins, basically. So Maryland, in the UK at least, it's like an American style cookie, really. Now in the UK, what the Americans call cookies, we call biscuits. Twice cooked, I think it's French for. Yeah, and basically, so cookies is a type of biscuit in the UK, and a cookie is essentially a biscuit that looks like that. It's sort of spherical, usually in nature, and pretty much always has chocolate chips in it. So that's a cookie in the UK, really. And basically, Maryland is a brand. It's typicically American branding. So Maryland, of course, place in the US, state or whatever. No, yeah, state, yeah, states. I think so. Probably get that wrong now. Put on the spot. Yeah, state in the US. So there's a brand in the UK to make cookies, basically, because cookies, as I say, is sort of like an American biscuit. And there's been some kind of, I don't know who did it first, but I think McVitie's did it with their digestive biscuits to make some thin versions, and then Oreo have done the same, and Maryland have done that as well. But these ones don't look overly thin; they just look thinner. The ones for the McVitie's digestives and Oreos were very thin, especially the digestive ones. I guess the Oreos still had a centre in it, so they couldn't be too thin. But these ones just look like sort of smaller versions of the cookies, really. So we have two types, I don't know if you can tell. Dropping them. So we have salted caramel, and we have milk and dark chocolate, which is a strange one. Normally you just have milk or dark, do two different types. They seem to combine them. I don't know, strange one, it's not usual. But they've jumped on the salted caramel bandwagon. It's, as I say, about 10 years, maybe 10 years, 5 years ago, it was chili chocolate was everywhere. Don't think it made its way into many home brands like these though. But it was the sort of chocolate flavour of the month, and now it's salted caramel, and that seems to have gone even further. So it's appearing in everything now: ice cream, biscuits, cookies, and pizzas, probably. Who knows? Yeah, so there we go. So I quite like the packaging on this. I like, yeah, it's nice. As you can see, it's new as well. These are new ones. Both of them are new. Yeah. I quite like the packaging. It looks quite nice actually, and you can see it's got stuff going all the way around it. Now on this side, it gives you some little suggestions here, which I quite like. So you've got ones you can dip with desserts. I can't quite get what that means. I mean, just cover it in ice cream or something. Dunk it in some hot drinks. Yep, and then sandwich of ice cream. So it actually says you can use it as an ice cream sandwich. So I quite like that idea. I mean, I did it with in the UK. You can get these sort of bags of cookies. You get this sort of like the supermarket make them themselves, apparently. I don't know whether they do or not, but basically you buy a bag and it's got like 6 of these cookies in, and those soft American style cookies as well, where they're sort of like really you can bend them and things. And basically I made a Ben and Jerry's ice cream sandwich out of one of those ones, and it was gorgeous, absolutely amazing, and probably about 5 billion calories in it. Took me about a week to recover, but it was very absolutely amazing. Yeah, it was really nice, really enjoyed it. And yeah, maybe these are sort of ones making a sort of lighter version because they're probably quite small. So let's have a look. What's the descriptions on these? So the milk and darks, it says cookies containing milk chocolate chips and dark chocolate chips. That's probably what we expected. And then the other one, it says cookies containing milk chocolate chips, caramel pieces, and sea salt. So it's not really salted caramel. It's actually caramel and salt. So yeah, not sure what to make of that really. Is that cheating? Salted caramel is, I guess you're just adding salt to the caramel, but in this case they've just added caramel and salt separately. Okay, I guess who knows. But I don't think that's really salted caramel, is it? Because salted caramel is caramel that's been salted. This is caramel with salt. Yes, I think that's not quite, I don't think that's quite right, that. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, so we'll see what the taste is like. If it tastes nice, then maybe that's all that matters. Okay, depends on your viewpoint, I guess, doesn't it? So, anything else of interest to talk about? Because we care, we don't need any artificial colours, flavours, sweetness, or preservatives. No hydrogenated fats and no GM ingredients. Yeah, genetically modified, for those who don't know. Yeah, just got nutrition really. So we've got per serving, per 2 cookies, which is quite good. I think that's good enough really. So on both of them it's 79 calories. The energy is slightly less for what it's worth on the salted caramel ones, but the calorie wise is the same. And the salted caramel's got 3.5 grams of fats, The milk and dark is 3.6, and the salted caramel's got 1.8 grams of saturated fat, and the other one, the milk and dark, is 1.9. So they're both pretty much the same, and it's pretty much 40 calories a cookie, which is quite high, you'd still say, even though these are meant to be thin ones. So okay, let's give them an open then, shall we? I assume we're going to get some kind of tray or foil wrapped shenanigans in here. Yeah, so we get a tray. So you can see here, I mean, immediately I'm annoyed about this because, they come in like a, they've got this sort of separator, haven't they, in the middle. So you're losing like a cookie or two's worth there, aren't you? So they made it wider than it needs to be. You don't need this 2 tray. We can see there at the bottom how much space has been added there. It kind of slopes up as well, so it makes it look like it's not even as much from looking at the top. When we look at it from the bottom, there's that much space that's not needed in this packet. So it really should be a lot less. So they're doing lots of optical illusions there to make it look like there's more than there is. So even by looking at the top, you think, oh well, it's only one cookie's worth. And if you look at the bottom, that's a good 2 or 3, isn't it? Yeah, and then of course there's the lip around the edge. You can see it's adding more space. Again, probably another cookie's worth. So you can see, it should really be probably about that, up to there probably. Yeah, so that's what these companies are like. I mean, I guess you still get the same number of cookies, of course, but it's just to make you think they're getting more of them, which is, I don't know, I don't think it's on really. So you can see it's the same difference really, isn't it? This is the milk and dark chocolate one. You saw caramel's a bit darker. Okay, there's a bit of crumbs, crumblage around the edge as well, if you can quite see there where the crumbs come from. So it's not very tidy. They don't look particularly nice either, I wouldn't say. But the thin ones don't generally look very nice either. They seem to just look a bit... I don't know really. They don't seem to look as nice as regular cookies. It seems to detract from the way they look for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Nice smell coming from them though, as we said. Unfortunately I've lost which flavours are what now. I think that's the milk and dark chocolate one. Let's have a look. Yeah, it smells definitely caramelly, this one. This one just smells biscuity. So there we go, so that's what we've got. So in each one, so we've got the same, we've got 8 on each side, yeah. So you get basically 16 biscuits in each one, 16 cookies. There we go. So I'll take a couple of each out and put the others away. As I've sort of complained about the packaging enough that you get the gist of that. Yeah, disappointing there, but there we go. So here we go. So I'll give you a bit of some brief measurements. Measure the bottom, it's easier. The bottom roughly is circumference, diameter of about 5.7 centimetres roughly. Thickness wise about half a centimetre, maybe 0.6 maybe. So there we go. At the top, it's a domed one, but it's about the same, 5.5 centimetres in diameter, as opposed to 5.7 I think it was. 5.6, so there we go. Yeah. So about the same size. Yeah, so you see, I mean, if this, the milk and dark chocolate ones seem a bit smaller. Anyway, I think that's just got a bigger. I think this one's a bit bigger than the average. I think out of the 4 of them. Yes, maybe they're not quite as wide as that typically. So the other one is about 5.3. Yes, I think that was a bit of about 5.4 at the top. So I think the one I did measure was actually a bigger one than normal. So there we go. So you can see, so this is a salted caramel one. It's a bit darker as well. Salted caramel one. I don't know if that's just my batch and they're normally the same colour. I don't know, but it's a bit dark. You can see. There we are. Yeah. There's no evidence really of milk and dark chocolate pieces in this one. They all look the same to me from what I can see. Yeah. Can't noticeably tell any difference between the chocolate chips there. Okay. Right, let's give the milk and dark one a taste. It's okay. It's quite hard. Again, Quite a hard cookie. I think Maryland cookies are normally softer than this. Maybe not, but it's quite hard. Just try the. I don't get any real. I mean, you get some chocolate chips in there. Yeah, it feels a bit too hard, really. It's okay. I think it's not as nice as the regular Maryland cookies, which I think are really nice. I think it just seems a bit, I don't know, a bit uneventful, really. It's a bit too flat as well. I mean, they're meant to be thins. It just is a bit flat. The regular Maryland cookies are quite chunky and about the same size-wise, just not as... yeah, funnily, they're almost the same, really. The size is about the same, which is odd. I just realised now. But they're just a bit taller, so obviously, you know, these are thin ones. So really, they're just flattened regular ones. They're not small or anything like that. The other thin ones, well, maybe not the Oreo ones, but the digestive ones are just a lot smaller as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one. Let's try the salted caramel. Or the caramel with salt. It's okay. Basically, there's chocolate chips in those as well. I don't really taste much caramel. There's a slight sweet taste as you eat it. I'm not tasting any salt. I'm not tasting any salt in that at all. And the caramel is really just down to just having a sweet taste. I don't think there's any. I don't really taste any caramel bits in it at all. Yeah. Nothing really. There's not really any caramel taste to this at all. And there's no salty taste really. It's just a slight sweet taste as you bite into it. But that's about it. It does smell caramelly. Or it smells like there's something different to it than this one. But there's no real salty taste to it at all there. I have a semi-hot drink with me. It's been here a while. It's probably a bit cooled off a bit. See if the salty one tastes any different. Not really. Let's try the other one. Also, it's not a really warm drink anymore, unfortunately. Doesn't really add to the flavour much, it just makes it a bit more soggy. Yeah. Yeah. I've done the same thing again, haven't I? Well, I've not. I do apologise, I keep forgetting. Basically, I didn't used to lift up the camera to show my face on that, and I keep forgetting to do it now. Do apologise for that. Yeah, I think you just don't really taste of anything, particular. I mean, the salted caramel one is very, as I say, has a smell of having caramel in it, which is nice. But there's no caramel taste at all, really. It's just a very slight sweetness to it as you first bite into it. But after that, yeah, very. There's just nothing there at all. There's no salt taste whatsoever. There really is nothing. There's really no caramel taste either. You get the odd chocolate chip in it, but I don't know. Really disappointing. So they're really bland. And the other one as well, the milk and dark chocolate one, just tastes boring as well. There's just nothing to it. Excuse me. There's just no. It just tastes. I don't know. It just any sort of wowness that the regular cookie has is just gone. It's just not there at all. I mean, it just looks really sort of. I don't know. It's just a pointless product, really, because the regular ones are this size anyway, and they're not that much thinner. And that's what you want, really. You want a bit of a chunky biscuit. This one's just sort of. haven't had Maryland cookies for a while. I'm sure they're a lot nicer than this. I seem to remember them being quite exciting and nice to eat. This is just sort of, it just tastes too. There's no softness to it, you know. It's just really tough. It's just like, you know. It's just, I'm sure it should be a bit softer than this. It's just had any appeal taken out of it from being this thin version. If I was going to make an ice cream sandwich as well, I don't think I'd bother using these. I'd use one of those soft cookies, you know, you get from a supermarket. Really soft, but bends, you know. There's no bend in these at all. They just snap. You know, they'll just sort of, yeah, they'll just snap. You know, it's a biscuit really, rather than, yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, disappointing for me. I'm not really bothered about these at all. I have no desire to eat them again, as really whatsoever. I mean, I think dipping in a hot drink would is the way forward. I think, because it'll soften them up, melt the chocolate a bit, but that would be the case for any biscuit. But these need it really, you know, and it's just really bland otherwise. Yeah, really disappointing. The salty caramel one, there's no salt in it. There's barely any caramel in it. Complete waste of time. And the milk and dark chocolate one, just really boring. Really, it just doesn't taste. I mean, it used to be quite exciting, Maryland cookies. I don't know whether they've just gone off. You know, they're just because we have them so. This sort of American style cookie is so prominent now in many areas. I don't know whether that just means these are just boring now. I'm not sure. But I think it's more the fact that these thin ones just have compressed. They just feel like they're compressed to a lot harder. You can imagine what happened. Maybe they just compressed the original, the ones they have already, and it makes them just too hard, and just not cookie-like really. Yeah. So, by which I mean sort of like the soft cookie you'd expect. Yeah. So I don't think Maryland cookies are really like that anyway. Not that soft, but they're just not as. What's the word? They just don't taste as squished together like this. You know, it's literally like they've been compressed. You know, and it just means they're just detracts from them really. So I think a 2 out of 5 for me. I'm not very happy with these. Not interested at all. I say the salted caramel ones are just a waste of time. No salt or caramel in them really whatsoever. And the other one, I say, don't really taste any better than any other biscuit that's available at the moment. So yeah, won't bother with these really if I were you. But and if you know, I'd just get the regular Maryland cookies. There's no reason for these existing whatsoever. I don't think. Yeah, really don't. The thin ones, you could say about any of the thin ones, but especially these ones, because you know they're literally the same cookie, just compressed. Yeah, which doesn't do anything for them. It's not like a small version of them like the Oreo ones or whatever. So yeah, waste of time. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like my videos. Follow me on Instagram as well. Leave a comment or two, and I'll see you next time. Take care everyone. Bye for now. See ya.